Hi there, Russell Cummings here. Welcome to the final video in our Marketing for Growth video training program. In this, we're going to finish off our digital marketing strategy stuff, and then we're going to give you a bit of a recap on the course. So thanks for joining us again. Just going to take you through some stuff. So this is the 6th video. As usual, we provide you with worksheets, some exercises, a lot of additional resources that we'll supply, including webinars and videos and blog articles on a whole range of this stuff. Along the way, you've been building a plan, and you can get a copy of this plan at video 1, so it's worthwhile going and subscribing to the whole program. You get a copy of this plan template, which you can fill out for your business. We should be at the point now where we've filled out a whole 90-day actions in moving forward. All right, so let's do a quick recap. We talked about some key concepts in marketing. We talked about the importance of setting clear marketing goals, and we used our VQ, TQ methodology to do that. We talked about the trust equation. I've kept coming back to this time and time again. This is absolutely critical. Credibility, reliability, intimacy, and self-orientation are all really important elements of building trust with your client base. The loyalty ladder. We covered off the loyalty ladder about moving people from being suspects through to advocates, and the important role that marketing plays in this, but also sales and service, of course. So really important you understand that this is and the key to it is dealing with people at different levels. We talked about the sales equation, just understanding your business, and what are we trying to do with our marketing? Are we trying to get more customers? Are we trying to increase our average sale per transaction? Or are we trying to have people buy from us more frequently? So think about what it is you're trying to do with your marketing, because sometimes you may be thinking about the wrong thing. We talked about the 4 P's of marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. Do you have a clear target market? Do you understand what the products and services that target market demands from you? The price points at which they will buy that product and service from you that give you the maximum return, the distribution strategies, the place strategies that enable you to get the product to those people. And you need to build those 3 elements of the business, those 3 planks of your plan before you push into the promotion strategies. What are we going to do to promote and market our business? Understanding this is really important. You have a clear understanding of your target market, your avatar. All right, and we've given you a template for that. We talked about your competitive advantage. We talked about your product strategy. We talked about what are the issues sitting around the outside of this surround model here, and so that we can add some things to our core. If our core is gym services, what are the things we can add around it that are going to make that gym service effective and really, distinctive in the marketplace? And how do we package them up into some meaningful packages that again will differentiate us from people just delivering a straight gym service? Pricing strategy. We talked about the different pricing strategies. We talked about setting price. We talked about determining a pricing mechanism. The 5 tools for setting your price: cost plus, retail, recommended retail, competitor pricing, market will bear, and target pricing. Which of these is the most important for you? How can you use your way you charge for your business as a way of differentiating yourself in the marketplace? So set your pricing and then think about the mechanism you're going to use to capture that. And the example I've used is often by when everybody else is charging do and charge or something. If you can have something that is a fixed price or a subscription system, you can really set yourself apart in the marketplace. Okay, and some great examples of subscription systems that we've used here. How are you going to get your product out to those clients? What channels will you use, direct, wholesale, retail, online, in order to get your products and services to your clients? Will you use one product? Will you use a combination of products? How will they work together to give you the best reach for your clients? And then we started talking about promotion. How you contact your prospects. We talked about a promotional model, about networking. If you want to grow your business quickly, and again, I qualified that by saying if you've got a 100% digital business, then this is not going to be for you. But if you have a more traditional business, you need to think about networking. People buy from people, okay? So you've got to get out and meet people and talk to people. You need to do some one-on-one stuff. Who are the centers of influence that can send you more business? And then lastly, what are the broadcast activities you can use to enhance and support these other 2 things? Now, depending on the type of business you have and your I guess your aptitude for doing some of these things, you may have a different mix of networking, one-on-one and broadcast to somebody else. But my experience is if you really want to grow your business in a hurry, then the quick way to do it's with networking and one-on-one, and then you support that with a whole heap of broadcast activity. Yeah, and then so the two go together. But just relying on one leg of the stool won't do it for you. We talked about various broadcast activities, and then we launched into digital marketing stuff. And we've given you a 7-point digital marketing blueprint, and we've worked through, I guess, the first 6 stages of that, and we just got stage 7 to go, which is leverage. We gave you a template to work to. This is to think about your digital marketing plan, to map out the different elements of it. I guess with all these plans, something I probably haven't talked about before is there's going to be some supporting documentation. These things are, I guess, the summary of your thoughts. Okay. Now let's talk about step 7, leverage. Okay. Leverage is really important. So once you get to the point where you need to use leverage, it can happen really early in your business. It can happen later in your business, but we need to be thinking about leverage. What are the types of leverage that we're thinking about here? We're talking about how do you build capability? How can you use measurement systems and tools to give you leverage? Could you use virtual assistants or contractors? Can you leverage tools and software? And can you use advice? Where can you get advice from to give you leverage? So let's talk about capability. So what capabilities will you need to develop, recruit, or acquire in your business in order to execute on your digital media strategy? So what are we going to be doing in this space? You may need to get some web development people, and you may need to get some copywriting people, and some video production people, some graphic design people. So what capability will you need to pull in? Measurement. You're going to need to measure. All right, so we need to measure the impact of our digital marketing activities. Create a simple dashboard that summarizes your activity, and you can use that just in a simple spreadsheet. Collect data from various sources, Google Analytics, your social platforms, YouTube, whatever, to start giving you a picture of what's actually happening in your business. Use that to focus your attention on where you need to be going. Virtual assistants. I've had 2 virtual assistants in my business for the last decade, and you can leverage your actions by hiring specialists to work with you as a virtual employee. You can hire them on a per project basis, you can hire them on a part-time basis, you can hire them on a full-time basis. Okay, so think about virtual assistants to help you. And virtual assistants don't have to be overseas. They can be people within your country that just don't reside with you and just log in, and they're a virtual employee. They don't have a desk in your office. They work from their own office, and you might communicate via Zoom or everything else. So everybody thinks virtual assistants have to be in Asia or Africa or India or somewhere else. They don't have to be. Okay. Contractors. Think about the contractors you can use, people with deep technical skills to help you with a variety of tasks. Now, some of these could be virtual assistants overseas, but others will be businesses that you know and love or work closely with in your local area. The ones I'm thinking of: web design and construction, SEO businesses. SEO is enormously complex and time-consuming, and it's something that requires some practice to get right. So I'd be finding somebody who knows their stuff with SEO, with Google AdWords, with Facebook advertising, some of those sort of things that can really help you. Copywriting, what sort of resources can you help you write copy? The biggest bugbear that most people have is developing useful copy for their website, for their social media posts, that sort of stuff. You can engage a copywriter to write it for you. You give them some guidelines and let them go. All right. Tools and automation systems, another way of getting good leverage. Talking about here the CRM and campaign systems, the ones I think of most of the time. MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Greenrope, Infusionsoft, Ontraport, HubSpot. Zoho is one that I use. I haven't got it on the page here. I'm not sure why, but I use Zoho. There's a lot of them. Good CRM I really do like is one called Insightly. So lots of different things. Landing pages, look at Instapage. Social posting stuff, use Hootsuite. It can give you leverage to post on multiple social platforms all at once. For task management, use a tool like Trello. Okay, use these tools to give you good leverage in your business. So I want you to press pause. I want you to just take a minute. I want you to write some notes. What actions will you take to leverage your digital marketing? What are you going to do? Who are you going to engage, Are you going to build your own capabilities? Are you going to learn to program? Are you going to learn to do other things? Plenty of people do that sort of stuff, and that's fine. So what are you going to do to get leverage in your digital marketing activities? Press pause. When you're ready to go again, just press play and we'll head off. Okay, so welcome back. Hope you've mapped out some clear actions you're going to take to, leverage your digital marketing. All right, let's pull it all together. So you should have developed a bit of a marketing plan, because it's not just all about digital marketing. The first 3 videos were very much around traditional marketing, getting your strategies right. This column here, we hope that you had most of that sorted out before you came along. But from then on, what were your objectives? What are the marketing objectives you got? And what are some clear objectives you got? What are some of the key measures that you're going to put in place to grow your business and take it to that next level? Who's your target customer? Who are your avatars? What are their fears? What are their frustrations? What are their wants? What are their aspirations? What products and services will they demand from us? And what's our product strategy going to be in terms of packaging up those products and services and taking them to the marketplace? How will we price them? How do we use pricing as an effective weapon? What's your pricing strategy? Don't just leave it to chance. Don't just copy the competition. And lastly, what are your distribution channels? Once we've got those things sorted out, then we can think about our promotional strategies. Now, unless you're a 100% online business, you're going to need to do some networking. You're going to need to do some one-on-one stuff. And then you're going to need to support it with some great broadcast activity. That might be using traditional broadcast media, but could also be using digital media. And we talked to you about building, a digital marketing strategy. We gave you some templates and some things to think about. But importantly, if all you've come away from out of this is a series of actions that you need to take in order to execute your plan, then my job here is done. So I'm really excited to see what actions you may have come up with and how you might be driving this forward. So the next steps for you: go back and review any of the videos that you may want to watch again, that you may want to walk through. Look at the additional resources. We've given you copies of PowerPoint slides. We've given you templates. There's more videos. There's blog articles. Even a supplier list of people that we trust and know. There are webinars. Whole range of things there. Go and use those additional resources. Scour the Shift website. You'll find lots and lots of good info there for you to help you grow your business and take it to that next level. For those of you who would like some more support, we don't just deal with marketing in this sort of promotion area. We actually help clients develop clear strategies that are going to take them into that next level. And those strategies need to involve and engage the stakeholders or the shareholders in the business and the people, because without people we fail to execute. We've then got to think and make sure we've got good sales and promotional processes, that making processes and systems, clear operational processes and priorities, and that we've got our finance and administration, really tight. And then really importantly, making sure we've got the strategic foundations right, that we think through where we want to take our business, the core values, the principles that are going to sit behind what it is that we do, the purpose, the why are we in business. Get some of these things right, get some clear objectives where we're heading, makes our planning all so much better. So this is what we do as coaches. So we work with you to build a clear strategic plan or a strategy to help you take your business to that next level. We then work with you on the implementation phase, because doing the planning is the easy part. Implementation is the really hard part. That's where the barriers come up, that's where the challenges are, and that's where you need the support. So we're there to support you right through the process. So how does that coaching work? We don't do one-off sessions. We do things on a long-term basis with people, because we find just fixing short items here and there is not the way to grow a business. It's a long-term process. So therefore, we find that short-term engagements don't work. So we want to have a longer-term engagement with you. 6 to 12-month engagement at a minimum. We do that on a fixed price basis, normally a monthly retainer. It's a tailored program specifically for you and your business, so it's not a colour by numbers program. We will tailor a program for you, and we aim for a 10 times return on investment. If you're interested in any of this, then I'd encourage you to have a chat with me via the link on the website here. Just have a 10-minute conversation with us. If you think that's worthwhile, then we can progress it further from there. In the meantime, wish you all the best, and I hope you grow your business and take it to that next level. Thank you.